So we are 9 days into our rejection therapy challenge. And so far, it hasn't been easy, but it's been amazing. And not only have I probably been getting better at hearing no, I feel like more importantly, I've had just really wholesome interactions with people. And it's reminded me how far giving off a big smile goes and how important it is to do these things to actually try and make someone else's day instead of me just getting better at getting rejected. In all of these, I've had the chance to improve someone's day and give them a laugh, even if it's a request they're definitely going to say no to. And that's something I didn't anticipate when I was coming into this. I guess it's a combination of leveling with the person and trying to acknowledge how weird of a request it might be, or if it sounds silly, or if it's awkward, and just like share that experience with them. And this happens by far the best when I have someone who just leans into a bit of a challenge. So I'm trying to find the best ways to bring that out of people. Day 6, I had someone pick out an outfit for me that I bought at a clothing store, and he just dove headfirst into the challenge. Initially was a bit skeptical, but I guess I just tried to bring his energy out, and then he ended up picking out a whole outfit for me. And it was amazing fun, and I won't be forgetting that anytime soon. Just an awesome person. Along with that has been this interesting thing of people kind of avoiding childlike activity and not bringing out the inner child. I've offered to build a sandcastle with someone, which I got to know, and I tried 4 times to get someone to do a running race with me, and yeah, failed 4 in a row. You could say it was a success, but I really want someone to actually say yes. Because first of all, it is rare for someone to come up to you in public and ask for that. But for all of us, when we were kids, really, that was something we would love to do. And it made me wonder, at what age do we drop that? Like, at what age do we give that up and think we're too serious to be able to do that anymore? We're too grown up to have that kind of fun? When I feel like if one of those people that I asked said yes, I reckon we would have had a great moment. And it would have been really funny, silly, and they would have left it buzzing. So I definitely want to do more rejection things which are kind of playing into that idea of like the inner child and things we used to love when we were children, and trying to bring out play in people, because I think they're the ones that are really special. If I can have someone say yes, we can have an epic moment, and maybe it'll rekindle this kid in them and remind them of the things that makes life fun. And they can be very simple things, way simpler than maybe worrying about your career and money at times. And yeah, I mean, externally the series is doing really well. I just hit 10k on TikTok, and that was one of my main goals before I went to Europe, was to hit 10k there and 1000 on YouTube. And we've hit both of them, and rejection therapy was a big part of TikTok getting there. Yeah, so it's gained a lot of traction and brought in a lot of new people. If you're one of those new people, welcome to the YouTube side of things. It's definitely a lot slower, and that's deliberate, and it's more authentic and more me. And this week, I guess it's just a bit of yapping, but we're leaving for Europe in 2 weeks, and this will become a bit more of a travel series, a combination of travel, introspection, naive philosophy. But yeah, all of it, I mean, externally has been going great. If you haven't seen the Rejection series, definitely give it a look. It's been a lot of fun. And it's been where the majority of my attention has been going for the last 9 days. It takes up quite a lot of my time because I put a poll out on my story. I have to wait for everyone to respond with what they want me to do for the day. And once I find out after like 2 hours, I'll just go and do it straight away. But again, I'm loving it. We are nearly a third of the way through. A cool thing is the last whole week of the Rejection therapy series will be over in Europe. Some of it will be in London, and then the rest will be in Portugal. So that's going to be fun as well. Yeah, so if you're thinking about doing something awkward and having a fun conversation with someone in person, you don't know how it's going to go at all, especially if you're going up to a stranger and you just want to say something, maybe just give them a compliment. I highly encourage you to do it. Even if they don't say something directly back to you that sounds like they loved it, even if they found it awkward and said just thanks, pretty much guarantee once you two turn away from each other, they're going to be leaving with a smile. And even if you don't see it, it's going to have a huge effect on their day. Rejection therapy is more than hearing no, that's for sure. I'm going to do a huge breakdown on it once I finish the month as well. Cool. Here's a random assortment of B-roll and a really good quote. I spent so much of my life terrified of what I was going to become and whether I was going to be right here, right now. God, how much time did I waste afraid I wasn't going to be here, right now? If I could change, the only thing I'd change about my whole life would be fearing less that I wouldn't get right here, the place I was going anyway. I wouldn't change all the mistakes and mishaps. I needed those. But all the constantly worrying that I wasn't going to make it, that took me out of enjoying the moment. It took me out of enjoying these experiences, smiling or eating my lunch or doing whatever I was doing. Know your mission, have faith you're going to get there. Wherever you go, it's going to be alright. Just find ways to get out of your head. I'm gonna be honest, I had different ideas for this week's video. I had been recording myself behind the scenes, shooting a roll of 35mm film photos down south. And I left it too late to get the film developed in time. So then I was kind of left scrambling, and I was kind of like worrying about it, like what am I gonna have to film? But at the end of the day, we've got so much coming that maybe a week where I'm not overstressed and doing so much of these videos is actually good for me, because once we're in Europe, I'm gonna be filming like every day, and editing on the go is not gonna be as seamless as doing it over here. So although I'm extremely excited to do the editing and all the vlogs while I'm traveling, maybe I should just kind of relish a bit of a stillness right now and be okay with it. We have literally one more video here in Australia, and then it'll be like, yeah, 16 episodes in Europe, 16 weeks. And I'm gonna bring like 3 terabytes of hard drives over there. I'm gonna be ready to film so much stuff and store all of it. And I think we're gonna have an absolute treasure chest of B-roll to make lots of different cinematic edits in the future with from my whole traveling experience. Yeah, just hope you guys know that I'm so locked in on the travel aspect, being incredibly cinematic and beautiful and still talking to the camera and having an amazing time. I'm so excited to do it. 4 months is the longest I've ever been away from my home in my life. And that's a bit nerve-wracking. I'm sure we'll get very tried and tested over there and have some big challenges. And yeah, I don't know, it'll be good. Thanks so much for watching. We're less than 2 weeks away from traveling the world. My name's Sam, this is Dropout Diaries. I'll see you guys next week.